Mudryk is not better than him. He's nowhere near him. His quality. Madueke is nowhere near his quality.
Nkunku going to United will be a bad thing for Chelsea.
Madueke should sit for several games. 2-3 games.
News making rounds has it that Christopher Nkunku is considering his future at Chelsea. Chelsea are understood to be willing to offers only if they can recoup his £52 million transfer fee in full. Right. So that is the news. The headline regards to this particular story is still rumors. And as you know, January transfer window is coming closer. So a lot of these rumors might start to rear their heads in the news. And for me, there's no rumor without a bit of truth to it. It might just be a rumor. There might also be some truth to it. Why do I say that? Guys, welcome to the show. As usual, this is Chelsea Football Fans headquarters. As usual, I have my man G.H. Armando.
In the building. Yeah, man. I'm here.
The undisputed, the number one. G.H. Armando is in the building.
Man. Yeah, man.
Right.
As usual, yeah.
Nkunku.
Yeah.
By far one of our best attackers.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not even at Chelsea alone, in the world. Looking at where he came from and the form he was in before coming to Chelsea. Unfortunately, injuries didn't allow him to see for us to see his full potential at Chelsea. But now he's back. But it seems Nkunku is not happy with the way things are going.
Yeah.
And that is what makes me want to believe that there is a bit of truth to this particular rumor we are hearing.
Yeah.
If it is you will not be happy with how things are going. As a football player who is believed to be one of the best to not be able to even get 45 minutes of playing time in EPL. I think it is problematic. I don't know what you make of this story.
Yes, I think I agree with you 100%. And these are some of the things for a player like his caliber will definitely, reduce his confidence.
Right.
We actually wish this story is just a rumor,
right?
Because he's a quality player,
right?
One of the best finishers, for me probably I've seen so far in the team and in the Premier League. One of the best finishers. Give him a little chance and he'll
score.
Yeah. So for me, it's a bit unfortunate, and I feel really really bad for him. But as a Chelsea fan, it is so surprising. So surprising to me how he's being treated at the moment. Previous seasons, yes, his injuries, we'll say it's injuries, but now he's totally fit and
willing to play.
And actually, let me just say, in all competitions, he's the top scorer in the team. It tells you that he knows what he's doing. Right. He's up there. So it's definitely unfortunate. But for me to see Nkunku walk away, that would be so disheartening. Knowing his quality and his talent. So for him to actually say, okay, enough is enough, is so unfortunate. And I won't blame him too.
Right.
I would definitely not blame him, because how would he feel like being on the bench, knowing that he has that quality, he has that top quality in him,
and also knowing that elsewhere he would be hot cake.
Definitely,
he wouldn't just sit down like that. Yeah,
and for him to understand that, yes, in the Premier League I will not be a starter, but at least I should be able to get at 30 minutes,
40 minutes of.
I understand.
Right,
he's a starter in the Conference League, but that's
not enough.
That's not enough.
That's not enough. Yeah.
His quality is not just beyond, it's way beyond the Conference League. Well, I just hope, like I said, it's just rumor. But for me, personally, if I'm in his shoes, I'll feel bad as well. Let me just say, 90% of our attackers are not better than him.
Right.
Mudryk is not better than him. He's nowhere near him. His quality. Madueke is nowhere near his quality.
Nowhere near.
Jackson is doing well, but he's not. He's nowhere near Nkunku's
considering
quality.
the positions.
Right. So for me, Pedro Neto is doing well at the moment, but looking at the levels, I wouldn't say.
And we don't even have to take it too far.
Yeah.
All of these players can be good players. They can even all be, let's say, at the same level.
Yeah.
But you cannot keep one at the bench all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And keep playing some. What is wrong with you rotating them once a while?
Wow.
Let this one play this week. Let the other one play next week. At least it will keep all of them happy.
Yes,
but
I agree.
If you make one a more important player than the other, when you feel that, when he feels that that player you are even making a priority than him, it's not better than him.
Yeah.
Definitely he'll feel worried for his career. Don't forget that Nkunku hasn't played for a long time. And it might affect his long-term career if he doesn't, fight to get a space to play and showcase what he has. The more you play, the more, people see your quality, the more you progress in your career.
Definitely.
But the more you are on the bench, the more, as you said earlier on, your confidence die down. And it will get to your point, you can't even play the ball again. And that is going to affect his career. So I think that Nkunku is considering his general future as a football player and not limiting it to the fact that I'm a Chelsea fan, so I must do what Chelsea asked me to do, or I must conform to what is happening at Chelsea. Every player, your first instinct or your first point of call is to get playing time.
Definitely.
Especially when you know you are in the best form of your life. I understand United is actually interested in Nkunku, and Nkunku going to United will be a bad thing for Chelsea. To be honest, if United is able to get him into that first team, Nkunku will be a dangerous striker or a forwarder for United. And he could be for Chelsea if actually Maresca is able to find a space for him to play in Premier League.
Definitely.
I've said that even if you watch him in the Conference League, he's not excited. You don't see him as we saw him in preseason. Because this guy played preseason having the hope and belief that he's coming back and he's going to fire. And this is how it is ending for Nkunku. And for me, if I was a player, I wouldn't be happy myself, because at the end of the day, it's not because he's not good. If it was some, player that we all understand he's not in good form, it's understandable. But this is a player that we've seen in preseason. As I said, he's the highest, even regardless of the fact that he's not playing many games in Premier League. He's still the highest scorer of the club. It tells you his quality, already. And I feel that this is the time for Enzo Maresca to really assess the situation, or even, let's say, the board in general, to assess Nkunku's situation and also find a way to make it work, because this is not a player we should let go. Because if we let Nkunku go, it will come back at us.
Definitely.
And as we keep saying, why must Madueke play 90 minutes when there are options on the bench?
On the bench,
Clearly, it doesn't make any sense, because I have not seen Madueke that's impressive to a point where he has to start every what's the name? Every game. Look at what he did in the last game. After substituting him, he went straight into the tunnel.
That's
disrespectful to the team, and to the owners of the team as well. Who are you that they cannot substitute you? And to a point, it makes me feel that Maresca fears Madueke, because you cannot tell me it's because he's that good. That's why you start him every Premier League game. And that is how come he has that mentality. That, what's the name? I've forgotten the word. Entitlement to always play 90 minutes. Those on the bench, are you better than them? We are just talking about Nkunku. Are you better than? You're nowhere near Nkunku. But he agrees to sit on the bench. So when you come out, you show respect to your teammates. You show respect to the team. And it's this pride and arrogance that we've been talking about. And that is what makes him not be able to play well in Chelsea. Because he always feels that he's better than everybody. And he must score the goals. And he must get all the praises. That is his problem. That is his problem. I don't know what you think of it, but I was really upset when I saw what Madueke did, and I feel he has to sit on the bench for several games, for some games,
I agree.
for him to learn from that.
I agree. And on that note, I think Maresca himself is partly to be blamed, for this. And right after the match, when they asked him about that incident, he said every player doesn't want to be substituted. That means you are protecting the player.
Right, and I have a problem with how sometimes Maresca also speaks.
That's bad.
He seems too overprotective of the team.
Yes.
All the time, even when the team don't perform well, he keeps praising them and all of that.
So in that regard, I was really surprised as to why Enzo Maresca was still
the discipline should start from
you. No doubt about that. Madueke should sit for several games. 2-3 games. Madueke should be on the bench for that
misbehavior
action he did on that day. Like you rightly said, you are not better than any of the bench.
None of them.
You should be. You should actually be
privileged. You should feel privileged to play over João Felix.
You are playing over João Felix. You are playing over Nkunku, and you are still.
You still think that you cannot be substituted.
You cannot be substituted.
That is nonsense.
That's actually not a good thing. And for me, he should be punished internally.
I agree.
For that action he did.
I agree.
For me, if he's not punished, especially to be left on the bench for a few matches, at least 3 matches, I'll be really disappointed in Enzo Maresca, to be honest, because that's something we shouldn't tolerate.
Do that.
In the team at the moment. That can actually spark something.
Yes,
in the dressing room.
So who should sit on the bench?
Who should sit on the bench for you to play? And you are not doing anything exceptional. Right. So for me, Madueke should be punished.
Even Pedro Neto, who came on and made the difference, he sits on the bench.
Yeah.
So nobody is special. Nobody is special.
No, if we are going to actually rate the wingers we have in the team, if you are not going to be at least the last, they should be the second last.
Right.
If we are going to rate them according to their quality, and what they have done so far, you are nowhere near. Felix. You are nowhere near Nkunku. You are nowhere near.
João
Felix. You are nowhere near Sancho. Sancho, as we see, Sancho is now struggling, but you are nowhere near
his quality.
So
you should be humble. Humble yourself. Humble yourself.
So I think Enzo Maresca is overprotective over this guy, and it is actually crazy to see how overprotective he is.
And as I said, I think part of the blame is he's part of the blame, because you can't tell me that Madueke will be playing every week in, week out. Couldn't we have top players on the bench? Even when we are struggling, you are playing Madueke.
Felix is somebody who can just create anything from somewhere.
From nothing.
Like, just give him the ball.
From nothing.
Give him the ball. He can create anything.
Yeah. And you see, a lot of people complain about his work rate, his him not really working extra. But that is one what's the name, setback of him. But have you really looked at what he can actually do or bring to the table within a split second?
Prince, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can you point out a single work Cole Palmer does apart from creating the chances and scoring?
Right.
There are particular players you don't expect them to do some things.
Right.
Cole Palmer will give you the goal. He will give you the creativity.
Right. But he doesn't have the strength to do certain things.
So that's how.
Right.
That's exactly where João Felix stands.
Right. So I mean, your final take on Nkunku going.
I think, and I believe it's just a rumor, but regardless, he's a top quality, and Chelsea should not, at least make him feel like he wants to leave. I just feel like they have to find ways to make him happy, make everybody happy in the team, give them the necessary chance to play. I think Enzo Maresca should look into that.
Right.
Share the matches. Allow everybody to play.
Everywhere. Yes, you don't have to put some at conference
team
league
A, team B.
That is going to bring division into the team. Right, then I totally agree with you. But in our last game, some of our players really picked up some injuries, and it has prevented some of them from going into
to
national
international,
duties. I can remember on top of my head, Cole Palmer,
Yeah.
who really, struggled after the game. You could see him walking, limping, and then
Right.
you realize that Levi Cowell also is not really very fit.
Yeah.
Which other players do we have out?
I
because
think
of injury?
Romeo Lavia.
Lavia is also out.
But he is with the Belgium national team. But
He might not
I
be
understand
playing.
he's not actively training at the moment.
Right.
But he's with them. Fofana too was withdrawn from the France national team because they didn't want to risk him, as the statement said from Chelsea.
Right.
He's not actively like he's injured, but they really don't want to risk him.
They want him to rest.
Exactly. So aside that, I think everyone is okay.
But do you also think that the mini games now, probably Chelsea has a bigger squad, but other clubs, or probably let's say Chelsea is playing in a not too competitive European league,
Yeah.
but other clubs are playing Champions League, are playing Europa, so they cannot risk not playing their key players.
Yeah.
So they play at least 2 games a week. Do you think it's also part of the problem that is making these players really stressed and
Yeah, of course. It is a big part of it. You know, international breaks are now too close. Like, I think it's after every 3 weeks
they go on a break?
they go in a break.
Right.
They are supposed to rest, but they are actually not going to rest.
Yeah.
So it definitely affects the players, and injuries are definitely setting in because of all that. But you know,
And some of the players also actually dodge it because they are tired.
yes, definitely.
You know,
If I feel my body is not ready,
I will have to rest. Yeah.
Yes, I can force it.
Right.
And I wouldn't risk a whole career for just
for
a 2-3
matches.
So
yeah.
I think it definitely affects the players.
team.
Yeah.
Now let's look at. As we said, January transfer windows are around the corner,
Yeah.
and what are some of the departments that, though probably getting towards the window, we might be having a lot more conversations around it.
Yeah.
But what are some of the departments in Chelsea that you think that we really need some, push-ups? We need to, fix some holes and get probably some better quality to. For me, I would say the goalkeeping department. We really need a top. But are we going to be able to sign another goalkeeper? Because we brought in Jorgensen. I don't know for what reason, but he's not really been given time in EPL. And we all know EPL is the real test.
Yeah.
For Conference League, it's just, a game that we feel that it is not as competitive as
EPL, yeah.
Right.
Well, I agree with you, and I think for me, I also look at two key areas.
Positions, yeah.
Yes, 2 key positions, and that's the goalkeeping department and our defense. That's the central defense.
You're still not happy with Fofana and Levi Cowell?
They're okay, but we need experience. We need somebody who will be more leader at the defense. So definitely the goalkeeping, we need experience, and we need top quality at in the goal post.
Especially where we find ourselves, we are clamoring for top 4. So it means we have to really get to top.
So
Yeah,
we need that. But I doubt if we actually will get a new goalkeeper. I really doubt it. But for the central defense, I think I hope so. And there are news that Chelsea are actually looking into that.
Right.
So for the central defense, which I think will be very good. We need that. We just need. But mind you, they shouldn't sign another inexperienced defender.
Right.
Yes, he might be top quality, but the experience is very important.
Right.
So for me, Chelsea actually be going in for a top experienced central defender, at least one. Midfield is okay. Midfield is actually very okay. We are. I think the midfield is locked. We wouldn't be able to, we shouldn't actually attempt, because we even have good quality who are somewhere on loan and all that. So for me, midfield, I think we are okay. The attack, I might also think we need experience, but maybe let's look into that in the summer, not in the general transfer.
Okay.
Let's give some Jackson some time
to
for the whole season to see how he will develop. If it is still not there, then I think that's when we should get the
Okay.
experience forward as well.
All right. Okay, I think basically that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Guys, as usual, please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are watching for the first time, and also smash the like button. That will help the video to reach a lot more people. And as we keep saying, December is at the corner, and we want to hit 10K before the end of the year. So please help us to do that. Call a friend, call another friend to come and subscribe if they are Chelsea fans and if they enjoy watching videos around Chelsea FC, and we will be super glad. As usual, I've been here with G.H. Amando, and we'll be back after this episode. We'll be back with another episode. Peace. We out.